pt.1, aka Brother Abstract. I just want to go through a very small portion of my massive CD collection and let you guys know what I have. I was looking at other people doing examining their collection online, and I saw two things. One, there are very few hip hop heads, and two, there weren't a whole lot of brothers doing it. So I guess I thought I'd represent for the brothers doing their CD collection, But yeah, I just picked up a few things. Just grabbed a handful. Um, Q-Tip, Kamal Abstract. Dudley Perkins, Expressions, Bilal, First Second Born. It's a good album. Felt 3. That's Murs and Slug of Atmosphere. Murs of Living Legends, Slug of Atmosphere, and the whole album was produced by Aesop Rock. Good stuff. Jizza, Pro Tools. Busta Rhymes, Anarchy. This is actually the last Busta Rhymes album I have ever bought or listened to, for that matter, because I thought that after this he kind of fell off in my eyes, but nonetheless, this was a pretty decent album. Pharoah Monch, Internal Affairs. Really good stuff here, people. J88, Best Kept Secret. This is actually Slum Village, but they made a separate EP, and for the separate EP, they decided they wanted to rename their group. It's more like an alias type of thing. J88. This Barton, J Dilla, and T3. Ultramagnetic MCs. This was their latest album that they came out with, I think maybe about 3 years ago. It's okay. It's not what I expected. I guess they kind of wanted to get together and put something out to let people know that that they were still kicking. So I can't be mad at that. But yeah, Sadat X, Brand New Being. This is good, really solid, really solid. Yeah, it's actually like a double disc. It's one side is an actual CD with regular tracks. The other is MP3 data, which I'm a little bit confused about. I never really picked up the taken out the CD and tried to figure out what it was about. But I think it has like the clean versions of all the songs on the first disc, and also the MP3 versions. But I have to check that out some more. So this is a great album, outstanding. Mos Def, The Ecstatic. Mos Def is, if not my most favorite artist, he is definitely in my top 5. This album is, however, not my favorite, but you know, I put it. I think most has about 4 albums. I put this one at number 3. Black on Both Sides is the first, and it's my favorite. But and the New Danger is second. But this follows closely behind, so you know. And then followed by True Magic, which I haven't listened to in a while, but I'll check that out again. Handsome Boy Modeling School, White People, Jurassic 5, Quality Control. This is good. This was J5's first album. Like, they came out with an EP before, but they came out with this album around 2000, and it was pretty good. It still is good. It still has that good vibe that you can just, you know, put on whenever. Well Deep. This is like a 10-year anniversary for Big Data Recordings. It's a record label based in the UK, and they have some American artists. They got King Ghidorah, you know, yeah, it's Anti-Pop Consortium. Yeah, it's a lot of people on here. Like, you know, the mostly avant-garde type of MCs and, you know, artists. But it's really good. Like artists like Roots Maneuver, Diplo, New Flesh, Wiley, you know, stuff like that. Cloud Dead from Anticon. But yeah, it's decent. It's actually double disc. Common. Electric Circus. This I thought was a very, very underrated album. Very underrated. Like, a lot of people don't give it the credit that it should have gotten, because I guess the time period it came out right after Common's album Like Water for Chocolate, and I guess people wasn't really expecting something to be as, I don't know, hippie-ish. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but people were like really dissing it because they thought that it wasn't like hip hop and it was just on some like real tripped out stuff, and it was real tripped out, but I think it's very progressive, and I think that's the direction that hip hop needs to go into further, like experimenting with music in general. And if you ask me, that's what, you know, hip hop is about. But you know, I think well, it's been about 8 years since this album dropped, so it should be standing the test of time. I think within, you know, 20-25 years, people are gonna go back and look at it and say, like, you know what, that was a really good album, and people didn't know what he was doing when he put it out. I mean, he might have not even knew what he was doing when he put it out, but yeah, what can you say? Soul Position, Things Go Better with RJ and Al. That's a dope record. That's a dope record. Not as dope as the first one, which was called 8 Million Stories, which I also have, but don't know where it is right now. But yeah, it was this is a really good group, RJD2 and Blueprint. I hope they get together and make something else. Yeah. Insight. Now, if you don't know Insight, I feel bad for you. Nah. Well, Insight is, you know, he's a producer slash rapper, and he's very good at both. His beats are more, you know, boom bap type of, you know, early 90s type of, you know, you get what I'm saying. And he'd probably be one of those quote unquote stereotypical MCs that, you know, radical sabbatical, you know, that like stuff like that, but he's a good MC. I don't care what you say about him. He's, you know, typical. He would be the typical underground MC that people that don't like underground hip hop would see. Like they'd be like, oh yeah, they use all these kind of big words, and you need an old dictionary to understand what they saying. But yeah, screw that. He's a good MC. Kenna. Make sure they see my face. This is awesome. I'm not a Neptunes fan, and not really a Neptunes fan, but I like this album, and I like Kenna, and I like what he's doing with that, you know, alternative rock slash, you know, it kind of has a deep thump to his beats, and which you know, kind of it draws me to it. And I'm looking forward to another album. This one was good. The first one was good. I think it was New Sacred Cow. Yeah, he's definitely a good thing for this is I would recommend it for, you know, hip hop fans and rock fans. You know, you can easily get into both. Fans of both could easily get into this. Either you can either be a strict hip hop fan or a strict rock fan, but you know, you can still hang with this. The Jig Masters, Infectious. It's a good group. Came out in the early 90s. No, late 90s, I'm sorry. Late 90s, early 2000s. Typical, you know, boom bap type of, you know, underground stuff. Good stuff though. It's real good. The whole album is solid. And I think that's all I got on me right now, but I'll probably do a part 2 or part 3 or part 4. I got a lot of music, so. But all right, peace, people.